You know them sites that you go to and it's tiny. There's no way you can get it turned around. It's just impossible. You can get into the bloody thing, but you can't get back out of it. Well, turns out with this job, there's a bit of a hack, and I love it. You can just take the whole trailer with you and just put it onto the bed. Genius. Hello, this is Except for Access. I am the Big Daddy, and this is my new truck. Well, okay, it's not. Technically, it's not. We're seconds in and we've already got contradictions. So this isn't my new truck. My new truck, someone else is using. I'm using someone else's truck because they're off. And my new truck isn't as new as this new truck. This one's newer. Good, we've got all that sorted. Maybe I should have started, this is a truck. Yeah, we'll go with that. This is a truck, I'm driving it. I am the Big Daddy. So full disclosure, this was the part where I was supposed to go, I'm driving this and this and this. I didn't actually look at what I'm driving. It's a Volvo. I know that because it says Volvo just here. Beyond that, maybe an X something, or F, is it an F? FH, does that sound right? I don't even know what brake horsepower. I should not have started recording before looking at this. It's a Volvo. We know it's a Volvo. 100%, it's definitely a Volvo final answer. I guess it's the factual stuff you come to this channel for. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Jesus Christ. So one thing you'll have noticed is it is actually a day cab. Well, it's what I refer to as an emergency sleeper. That's the reason why the ceiling's low and there's you don't have the flat floor like you do in the Mercedes and all the other proper Arctics as such. This is actually an 8-wheeler wagon and drag, and to explain a wagon and drag, it's basically a rigid vehicle. It's an 8-wheeler, and it has a trailer that I can take with me if I so desire, but I've not actually really used the trailer much. A lot of the sites that I've been going to have just been far too narrow for it. Thing is though, a lot of the places that I've actually been to, I actually think I could have got my old Arctic in there. They're a lot less forgiving. In fact, I have a newfound appreciation for people who drive these rigid vehicles. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. The question is, how am I enjoying it? Because I have had a lot of people commenting, asking how I'm getting along with the job, how I'm finding it and all this. And honestly, I am genuinely enjoying it. It's very different to tipping. With day return, you're working a lot less hours. Although it somehow feels like you're doing more. I did, how many hours did I do yesterday? Like 11 hours, or maybe like 11 and a half hours yesterday. And I felt more tired than I did after a 15-hour day. More tired? Is that English? I don't know, we're going with that, more tired. It's also very unusual working with other people. I've been such a loner as such for so long, like not having to rely upon anyone or not interacting with people. Humans are hard. They're very difficult to get used to. And I've come into this company where there's a social structure and a kind of almost pecking order and stuff like that. And I'm trying to kind of work out, where do I fit in with it? Where do I kind of sit in with all of these people? I'm not having to used to kind of see people on a daily basis. Normally you'll see someone and then you won't see them again for a couple of weeks, and that's fine. It'd be a forklift driver, but the forklift driver you're seeing every single day, the other drivers you're seeing every single day, and not just waving on the motorway. I mean, you're actually having conversations with them. So to clarify, I might be saying yes, I had to relearn how to interact with humans again. So it turns out I'm driving a Volvo FM. I'll level with you, I looked on the front of the truck. I don't really know what it is you guys want from me. If you want a professional, go and watch Luke. You've come to the wrong channel if that's what you want. That's a fact. That's a fact. So engine-wise, it's a 460, which is fine enough. It does what it needs to do. It's nothing too fancy. The simple fact is this thing's never at weight. Never at weight. Now this is my first Volvo I've ever driven. I've driven just about everything else, just never a Volvo. And this one seems tamed. Now bear in mind, I'm not saying tame. Tame is a very different thing. I mean tamed. Now with other trucks that I've driven which are low power, like pretty much most of them in fairness, I've driven like a DAF, Mercedes, Scania. The lower power variants, they feel just lackluster. The Eco variants, that's fine, that's what they're for. Whereas the Volvo, it wants to go immediately off the line. You can feel it pulling off the line. And then it's almost like it remembers and kind of goes, oh yeah, no, I'm not supposed to be doing that. And then it'll jump to a higher gear and give you less power. And it feels very deliberate in the way it does it. It's very strange. And even with it being the lower power version and it being the kind of that construction kind of slash day cab style thing, I quite like it. I do. I genuinely quite like it. Everything's laid out all nice and clear. Yes, I know it looks very cluttered here. Again, not my cab. When it's mine, or when I get mine as it is, it'll be all nice and tidy and neat and stuff like that. Oh, you're gonna walk out in front of the truck? Yeah. Oh, we don't care. We do not care. Big truck coming? No, we don't care. Another thing I've been getting used to is city driving. Now, I've driven through cities in my Arctic, but it's occurred to me that driving through a city and city driving are two very different things. And I now have a newfound respect for those people who have had to do it, like I do. And I know different people find city driving stressful for different reasons. Jammer, for instance, doesn't like the cyclist. Are we allowed to mention the cyclist incident, Jammer? I don't know. Can I mention this?
No, absolutely not. No.
I mean, I definitely have, but can I? But for me, it's not the cyclists or the pedestrians, it's the cars. My word, the cars. They do some wacky stuff in the cities. Things, maneuvers that I didn't even know were, well, they're definitely not legal for a starter. And the thing is, once they've done this wacky thing and they've pulled out in front of you at 70 miles an hour and done a bloody handbrake turn into the lane opposite you, and you put your horn on because you've come so close to the truck, you've got to say, there's a truck here, are you aware of that? And then they'll give you the finger, or they'll swear at you as if you're in the wrong. Now here's one of my usual time lapses that you see on the video. This one here, I'll be honest with you, I cock up on, not just the fact that I forgot to put one of the pads out on the rear left leg. I've put all the others out. For some reason I forgot that one. I don't know why. So what I'm doing now is I'm about to get on top of the container. So I've got a special harness with like a device to stop you falling off or to let you fall, but fall slowly. It's a weird thing. I will show you guys in the future. And now I'm bringing the container around ever so slowly, very, very carefully, absolutely shitting myself. Just because I'm so close to this wall. Really, I should have told the guy I can't do it there, and I should have put it on the gridded area that you can see where the pad is. But I didn't do that. I wanted to be helpful. And in a second, you can see where the container's moved on the ground. Now I've nailed the actual landing perfectly the first time, not a problem at all. Then I went to go and pick it back up to put what we call packers underneath it to lift it up so it can sit there, and I cock everything up. I don't really know what I've done. I cocked it up. I shouldn't have done the actual drop. What an idiot. What an absolute idiot. And the thing is, I should know better, because I've had this at Travis Perkins where you're trying to help a customer out and it bites you in the ass. And I thought to myself, before I did it, I thought, should I go for the easy option? And I thought, no, I'm pushing myself, I'm trying to be good, I'm trying to, nope, that didn't go right. It went wrong. That went wrong. The problem is though, where is that fine line? Where is that point in which you're being unhelpful or you're being too helpful as such? And you kind of, yes, you're going above and beyond, but you are kind of, you're putting yourself at risk as such, career-wise maybe. Well, maybe not even just career-wise, but safety-wise. I think my problem is I don't like saying no to customers. I don't like it. at least without trying, because you get them where you'll be like, no, I can't do that, and they're like, well, can you at least try? Well, by the time that you've started trying, well, you're kind of there, aren't you? You can't, especially with the crane setup. Once you set up, you can hardly kind of get it, 90% of the way there and kind of go, oh no, can't do that. You kind of committed to it at a certain point. I know it's something that'll come with time, but I do feel quite frustrated with myself in the fact that I've not got it yet. I want to be doing it. I want to be kind of not making these silly cock-ups. And I was aware that I would be making some mistakes, but it just pisses me off when I do it. Because I feel like when you look back on it and you kind of go, well, no, I shouldn't have done that, and I shouldn't have done this, and I should have done it this way, or I should have told that person that. And hindsight's great, but I can't help but look back and kind of go, well, why the f did I do that? Working on these trucks tuckers me out some, I can tell you that, because I can do a 15-hour day on a tipper and I'm absolutely fine in the day. These, I am absolutely shattered. I feel like I've done a 20-hour day. No, I'm not saying I would. I know what that feels like. Oh my word. Oh, yeah, you're doing that apparently. Wow. I feel like a person behind me nearly went into me. That was not a great idea. So something that is a bit of an irritation with this job is the traffic. It's a nice area to work, and when you come over the bridge, it's really pretty. But it is, the traffic's so bad. However, the good news is they're moving to a different location, near Warrington-ish, kinda, and it's going to make the commute back home a lot better. It's been interesting kind of getting used to this whole thing of like, I wake up and I'm not there at work already. I have to get to work. That's a very weird thing to get used to again. I also think being on day return makes the week feel longer. I don't know if that's weird to say that. Because you're waking up in your own bed, you have to kind of remember, oh yeah, I'm going to work tomorrow. And you keep kind of thinking it each night apart from the nights that you're not going. Whereas when you're tramping, you're thinking to yourself, well, you know you're at work. You're at work. Doesn't make any sense to anyone. I don't know. Regardless, we're done. We're done for the week. Apologies for the weird, the shorter episode. I think it's shorter. I don't know. Obviously, with training and things like that, I've not had quite as much time to record as I would normally, but we'll get back to our normal schedule. I'm going to show you guys the crane and stuff like that in a bit more detail, and yeah, I think it should be fun. But thank you so much for watching, and we shall see you next time. I would very much appreciate if you guys subscribed. You can like, you can comment. There's also some another video you can check out here. If you want to go and check out Jammer's channel, you can do that. And merch. Merch is finally here. You can go into the description. There is links to merch down below. Go to salmonslap.com.